Panukan is not a martial art meant to entertain. It was never designed for tournaments or referees or highlight reels. Panukan is a system built for one purpose: to blind, break, and shut down a human opponent as efficiently as possible. It's the kind of fighting that looks unfair, brutal, and even illegal to anyone who's used to boxing, MMA, or sparring culture. And that's exactly why it works. Think about this for a moment. Rules exist to keep fights safe. Gloves exist to protect your hands. Weight classes exist to make things fair. But real violence has no referees, no weight classes, and no judges. In a street confrontation, the person who embraces unfairness wins. The person who fights like a surgeon, not like a showman, survives. This is why Jason Bourne's fight scenes looked so shockingly realistic. Because his fighting style wasn't cinematic choreography. It was modeled after a real-world system built to target eyes, ears, nerves, joints, and bones. Most people don't actually want to learn how to win a fight. They want to feel tough without doing the uncomfortable work of learning uncomfortable truths. But if you're watching this right now, you're not like most people. You're here because you're curious about the kind of fighting that doesn't get televised. The kind that doesn't care about points, trophies, or belts. The kind that ends fights fast. And that system is Panukan. 1. The defang principle, taking away their weapons. Panukan begins with an uncomfortable truth. Your opponent's real weapons aren't just their fists, it's their structure. Their hands, elbows, shoulders, balance, and vision are all weapons. So instead of trading punches like a boxer, Panukan attacks the joints and nerves that make punching possible in the first place. This is why you'll see finger jabs to the eyes, hammer knuckles to the biceps, destructions to the punch, and bone-on-bone collisions against the forearm. Every time the attacker throws a strike, Panukan makes them regret it. Once their arm becomes numb, their shoulder fatigues, or their eye is compromised, they lose their ability to fight back. And when a man can no longer fight back, the fight is practically over. That is the logic of the system. Don't beat the opponent, disable the machine that runs him. 2. Face rakes, eye hooks, and nerve shots, the illegal toolbox. This is the part that makes regulated fighters uncomfortable, because Panukan deliberately uses targets that are banned in combat sports. The eyes, the throat, the ears, the nose ridge, the groin, and the radial nerves along the arms. A rake across the face destroys vision. A thumb hook under the eye socket forces the head to turn and breaks posture. A slap to the ear can rupture the eardrum and instantly disorient. A shot to the brachial plexus nerve cluster in the neck can shut down the arm or the entire body for a moment. This isn't brutality for the sake of brutality, this is neurological targeting. When the nervous system collapses, the fight collapses with it. Jason Bourne's fight scenes captured this perfectly because those dirty moves look improvised, but they're not. They come straight from Southeast Asian combatives. 3. Limb destructions and off-balancing. Ending the fight before it starts. One of Panukan's most important advantages is that it doesn't wait for a fight to develop. It shuts things down immediately by manipulating balance and structure. If someone throws a punch, you don't just block it. You attack the limb, jam the shoulder, wedge the elbow, or crash the stance. Once the opponent is off balance, they lose the ability to generate power. And when someone can't generate power, they panic. Panic leads to mistakes. Mistakes lead to openings, and openings lead to finishes. This is why Panukan includes sweeps, dumps, shoulder bumps, and offline pivots that look suspiciously similar to judo and silat. The goal is not to win the exchange. The goal is to make sure there is no exchange. Control the balance, control the fight. 4. Integration with weapons. Why it feels so efficient. Here's the real secret people don't notice. Panukan isn't just empty-hand fighting. It's the empty hand extension of Filipino blade and stick arts. That's why everything is so direct, angular, and cut-oriented. When you learn how to use a knife, you learn to attack arteries, tendons, and joints. When you empty the hands, you keep the same targeting patterns. Instead of cutting the arm, you hammer fist the bicep. Instead of slicing the throat, you edge of hand the neck. Instead of cutting the tendons of the wrist, you rake the nerves. And that is why panukan looks like it was designed for Jason Bourne. It's built on movement patterns that evolved from real-world weapon combat, not point-based sport fighting. That makes it efficient, deceptive, and brutally unfair. Panukan isn't flashy, it isn't honorable, and it definitely isn't designed to impress anyone. It's designed to end fights fast, by attacking the parts of the body nobody wants touched. Some people call that dirty, others call it realistic. And honestly, that's what makes this topic interesting. So, here's the question I want to leave you with. If a real fight breaks out, no rules, no gloves, no referee, are you fighting fair or are you fighting to survive? I genuinely want to see what people think about this. Drop your answer below, because this is one of those topics where no two minds agree, and the debate itself is half the fun.